You join me today after another substantial drop here on Bitcoin. So in today's cryptocurrency technical analysis, I am going to be going over the reasons for this rejection, why we are seeing a bounce right now, and my targets going into the next 2 weeks. So I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this. You are very well. And yeah, let's begin here with the analysis. So firstly, I would like to explain the reason why we saw this rejection, okay? And this is a requirement to go out to a larger term time frame, because obviously if you woke up this morning and you had just seen this massive green candle, it's very easy to lose perspective of where you are in the grand scheme of things, okay? So I will show you now why we got rejected. Obviously, looking at the 5 minute is not going to answer it, okay? You have to come out to the monthly. This is our monthly level, okay? That's been for a very long time. So we'll come out to the monthly. And you can see here, 10,319 is that monthly level, okay? And now just look how perfectly it's been respected over the last 2 months, okay? You can just see here, literally so nice. Support, okay? Broken, support, lost, resistance, reclaimed, support, resistance, and resistance again, okay? So you can see we had that really pivotal level of 10,300, okay? As a resistance, you also, if you can see here on my fib balls, low, high to low, gave us our one-to-one extension at also 10,300. So you're starting to see a confluence of reasons at 10.3. Okay, and then on the 15 minute, you're going to see possibly one of the nicest that you can also see it ended up with a swing failure pattern, obviously taking out the high of this move by a wick. Okay, so you wicked above the level, rejection, and obviously you just, well, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up if you miss this, because this is a $600 move in a matter of minutes, like literally 1 minute, and it's down $600. That was a very, you can't predict that sort of move. Okay, you literally can't predict the extreme of that move so quickly, because obviously you would have expected some bounces on the way down. It's very rare that something just goes straight up like this and straight down. But welcome to crypto. You don't see this sort of action on the stock market, but crypto is pretty unique. So for good and bad reasons, looking at that 9.8, you would have expected there to be some form of reaction between the 0.5, given this area, and a 0.618. But, you look at it on the 1 minute and it was just a straight flush through. So, understandable that, yeah, if you had pre-orders set, that obviously would have just stopped you out. And that's not the end of the day. Obviously, so that obviously gave us our resistance. As I wrote to my group last night, so this was yesterday at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. obviously prior to the move. I was already looking for shorts up to 10,300, and that was last night. And then this morning, obviously got woke up and nicely, I guess, got filled into that 10,300. So I ended up with a big short on 10.3. Did I expect to see a massive move to the downside? No, I did not, and I was still net long, by the way. But yeah, that just goes to show why you want to be like into these hedge positions. As I was writing, I'm sure I wrote, like a hedge for that monthly level. It was just such a big level, you just want to have a little bit of care on it. Okay, so now on the flip side, where have we just bounced from? We've literally gone from monthly to monthly. You can see that there's like a region of like $10 to the bottom here, 19 to the top, and you have to view it as a region. This exact line there's a little region around it. Okay, so you can see here coming down to, let's go turn on to the 5 minute. Okay, what I liked about this is you had the three run pattern. So low, stops, 3 lows, and then a bounce. Okay, you have not really had a great follow through, but nevertheless a 2% bounce here. Okay, off of that monthly. So now we come back out to the 1 hourly chart, and what you can see is literally a monthly to monthly play right there. Okay, so where does this leave us in the grand scheme of things? Okay, we have to be viewing this really on the daily, and what we can say is we are in downtrending in the daily now. Low, well, obviously our original move, lower high, lower low, potential lower high, potential lower low to come. Okay, obviously a bullish scenario is that currently it is still holding a higher low, but obviously to have any significance in this at all, you want to take the high at basically 11,200. So 11,200 is a massive resistance, but you can just see that 10.3. It's even nicer on the 3-day, by the way. That 10.3 is just a massive resistance level. Okay, it's not impossible to get through, but one would say that the probabilities of getting there have obviously downwards turned off of that rejection that we saw last night. Okay, so where does that leave us in the grand scheme of things? Okay, just so you're aware, I am going away to Switzerland, so I will not be actively making any videos, maybe for something for my mobile, but won't be making any real technical analysis for the next few weeks. So this gives me a perspective of what I'm looking for. Okay. To the downside, I would like to acknowledge that obviously we have these daily gaps on the futures charts, okay? Sorry if this is a bit of a mess. Let me just delete this a second. Okay, actually, let me keep that back. So the futures gap is obviously between 8,985 and 8,515. I think that this is a level, in my personal opinion, a level that so many people are looking to long, just like everybody was looking to short 6k. You can obviously see how we gapped up through that level only to get it filled, but nevertheless we still gapped up really through 6,000 totally. Okay, prior, bit of rejection prior to it. And with everybody looking to short that level, you obviously smash straight through it. You could see the scenario with everybody looking to long this level, potential going just straight through it or never hitting. Okay, I think this is a good, well-played sort of region. Everybody looks to long a level, you either smash straight through or just never reach it. So that is one scenario that I have an eye on, okay? Now, as I always say, as a trader, you shouldn't really be focused too much on predictions. It's more being able to react to price as it's happening, okay? So that's like a really important thing to note. But nevertheless, let's come back to the BitMEX chart over here. Okay, so on the shorter term, we have to be pulling this for the 382. Okay, have to be looking at that resistance 9,650, which does also coincide with all of this old support that is going to potentially flip to resistance as well. So that 9.6 level up to 9.7 is just a really crucial resistance region. Okay, obviously bulls are going to want to reclaim that to move higher. The only real factor that they do have at the moment is that there is a potential lower high. So this pivot right here, 9,080. 9,080 is a crucial support, okay? So you're in a nice region here. 9,080, really crucial support. And then we're looking really back at just say 9.7 as a crucial resistance. And then in a tighter range where, you can't go wrong just sat a flat currently waiting for one of those ranges to break. You do not need to be in a trade 24/7, okay? And I'm quite glad I'm going away because I would this is a bit of a 50-50 region. It does feel a little bit like gambling, taking a position right here. I would much prefer to wait for either a reclaim of that support or a loss of that resistance before I'm already in a position but if I wasn't in a position, well, that's what I'd be waiting for, a bit of at least that form of confirmation of a reclaim of support or resistance prior to taking my next position, although I'm already in it. So there we go. But yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed that update on Bitcoin here. The levels that I'm looking for in the short and medium term, obviously in the medium term resistances, the supports I've already covered to the downside there, 8277. If we actually go ahead to the downside, we lose this 9.8 pivot. 9,000 pivot now, really. 9,000 pivot, let me mute that a second. If we lose 9,000, well, I'm really going to be looking towards 7,700 to 7,400. Obviously our old block of support right here, and if over the next few weeks we actually in fact holding up 9,000, which at the moment seems surprising, but you can never, again, like I said, it's not about predicting, it's about reacting. If we do hold that level, then you have to be looking really up towards that 11.4 weekly level if you manage to get through that 10.3. So yeah, that's sort of my targets, what I'm looking for over the next week or so. While I'm away, I will be keeping still an eye on the price, obviously, but obviously, yeah, totally scaled back my trading because I'm literally going to be in the mountains. So yeah, I won't be able to really get much connection out there, I wouldn't imagine. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And obviously, yeah, this is pause the screen and read this, and this is what you want to be looking for when it comes to being a profitable trader. It's not like this guy, I like this comment that this guy said, a good trader is not the one who predicts the price action, but the one who can react accordingly to the price action. And what we're doing here is obviously reacting. So I have already taken a few scalps this morning, okay? First one was expecting this second, continuation of the retrace. Okay, you got the retracement onto the monthly, where I did enter into a scalp long, okay, up to the resistance, and now we are just in such a tight range here. This is not even for me a scalping range. Okay, the scalp was offered a monthly, and now that's being tested. So yeah, there's a little opportunity here. Obviously on Bitcoin, you do have obviously Phantom and basic attention token moving today. But yeah, there's little opportunity in the grand scheme of things here until we get some more resolution. So I hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed this video. If you have, I would really appreciate a like and a comment down below of how are you looking at this. Are you under the perspective that this is a wave 2 coming in, 1, 2, and a third is to come? Or are you under the perspective now that this has ended up being a 5, 3, and 5 waves to the downside to come, okay? I would be very interested to know your opinion. Are you looking to reclaim some higher levels and looking at this as a really good opportunity to be a bull, or are you now, after that rejection, switch biases and looking at this very bearishly and expecting lower prices to come? What are your targets? Very interested to see. While I'm away, I will obviously read through them all and yeah, reply to some of my favorite predictions. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching today, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Have a brilliant time, and yeah, thank you so much. Cheers. Thank you. Bye.